And as a college kid, you don't really know what that means until a lot of parents start getting laid off. A lot of parents' businesses, because I went to private Catholic school, Santa Clara University, so it costs like $30,000 a year to go there. So suddenly, a lot of my my friends, usually their parents either are engineer or manager at big tech companies or manufacturing IT company, or they have businesses. One of my good friends, even till today, their parents have 5 restaurants. What is the first thing people do in recession? Stop going out to eat. Then the next other friends, their parents are in construction. What do people stop building when the recession? So I did have some friends have to drop out because the parents couldn't afford tuition anymore. So we saw that happen, and then we saw all the seniors. Usually before, you would get an internship junior year, and you get a job offer at the end of the summer. So as long as you don't mess up your senior year, you're graduate with a job. Suddenly in 2008, and ever since then, I have never seen really people graduate with a job anymore. So 2008, suddenly all the seniors were jobless, and they would keep entering because there were so many layoffs, there were so many hiring freeze. Nobody could get a job, and it didn't get better right away. So I'm class of 2009, a year later, but still, most of my friends took a year and a half to find a job. I had a girlfriend who, she majored in biology, and her first job was data entry for Google. Because she could not find any job in biology, in nursing or biology field. So here I am, supposed to be so excited to graduate and try to get a job, try to become my dream of becoming a news anchor, and I see everybody around me struggle. Foreclosure, bankruptcy, getting pulled out of school, a lot of families struggling, etc. Except for one family, mine. My mom and dad still did convention that year, still excited, go out and go on stage like normal, still go to office every Wednesday, Saturday, still excited, still recruiting, still go on vacation that year, still go to travel in the summer and the winter, like nothing had changed. And I was kind of confused. I was like, why is all my friends, their family is a lot of stress, a lot of struggle, and yet my family, it looks like nothing even happened. That is honestly the only thing I was like, maybe I should try to do what my dad does. Because I know I was going to do it eventually, I just didn't think I would do it right away. But honestly, in that time, Mark, I looked at my resume, I never had any summer job because I always go to convention and I travel. So if you look at my resume, I'm a mediocre student, I'm not straight A student. So now you're graduating with hundreds of thousands of college kids your age with all trying to apply for jobs. And I have no work experience. I just have a lot of countries I can put on my resume. Okay? And the economy's terrible. So honestly, I was just like, and the only thing I really know about WFG at the time, of course I see my parents successful and stuff like that, but I don't understand how the business works. Okay? So all I know is that you have to be 18 and no background, no criminal background. And in that time, it was the best deal. Because I watched all my friends go to hiring interview, and they have to apply for hundreds of jobs to only wait for a few companies to call back. When you call back, you have to wait for an interview and second interview. I just watched them. It was very painful. And to do that for 6 months or a year. So I knew that those people were all smarter than me, all better grades, all better resume than me. And if they were doing that, there's no way I'm going to be able to compete. And then I know I could technically go work for a restaurant, I could work in retail. And I'm not saying anything's wrong with that. If anybody's here, but you just have to understand my position. You are the daughter of Swan Nguyen. And I could just imagine people asking my dad, oh, what's Alisia doing now? And if he's going to say, oh, she's working at Starbucks, or she's working as a receptionist of a front desk or something, I could just feel like it doesn't sound right. Does that make sense to everybody?
Mm-hmm.
So I decided to join because I know that it gives equal opportunity. But honestly, I don't know if I'm going to like it, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to work with my dad. Not that he's bad, but family is different. Is that true?
Mm-hmm.